Hey peeps, just got back from Home Depot, and got some more supplies to continue on, but it's, I don't know, what is it right now? It's 85 degrees, so I've been out here fiddling around. I'm not going to do much more. I'm going to go and cool off, but to start this part of the video, yeah, I found some pieces that improve the flow through the drain, through the SLO greatly. I had this kind of sitting on the bottom of the pipe, and it was resting on the bottom of the IBC, and it just wasn't drawn enough, I don't think. Even with all those holes, there's still block surfaces. So what I did is I found this black piece here is a general purpose floor drain. I couldn't find the ones that Rob was talking about, that Paul told him about. Shower pan drains. They did have some there, but they were expensive and had too many parts. So this general purpose drain came with this black part, and it came with a strainer on it. But I decided I took the strainer off because, again, you're blocking parts, and I don't plan to have fish too small. And then I put just a couple replacement 3/4 inch stainless steel screws in the holes, because all they have are like little wood screws, and that should keep it off the ground. There we go, off the bottom of the tote, and give enough room to suction things in. And then this is a 3-inch outlet, so I got a what is this? It's a 3-inch exterior or 2-inch interior. So I got a 2-inch to 1.5 inch, because my pipe is 1.5 inch, adapter or reducer, and just squeezed it in there really good, and then placed it on. And then the pipe, I had to cut my pipe a little bit so it wasn't sticking up too high. Got a few more shavings in there as a result. Oh well. And yeah, it really increased the flow rate out of there. So I got this one ready, and I'm gonna pop it in there, and I might have to cut that pipe a little bit, but that's all I'm gonna do right now. And then I'm gonna go in the house and cool off and do some other work. But let's see if it shows it here. I turned down the flow into the tanks a little bit, but it's a pretty good flow rate. And I was checking here in the biofilter, it come down a little bit because I reduced the flow into the tank a little bit. But yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm happy so far. So yeah, that's about it for this clip. See you in the next one. Peoples, it's Friday, February 9th. Sun is setting over another beautiful day in San Diego. Clear skies, but that's not gonna last, I hear. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, today I went ahead and finished up the top row of buckets. I installed both drain lines, and I drilled out the top row, and I even put the little extensions there. That's kind of why I'm wrapping up right now. I ran out of 1/2-inch pipe, otherwise I would have kept on doing those. I cut the tubing, and ones that aren't on, I just put in the buckets. I gotta clean out some of these buckets still. And the drain lines are going down in the 2-inch. This is just a temporary piece because it's going to extend down to other beds, capping it off there. And the clamp here is just temporary, holding it up, because I'm going to have to put a piece of 2x4 here and here, I guess, and then put clamps to support it. And yeah, I didn't glue these pieces right here. They're here, and they're kind of leaking a little bit there, so I'll probably glue those later, at least here, maybe not up here. I did glue that one, and that may have been a mistake, because when you're trying to drill these holes with this in place, it tends to rotate a little bit, and I don't want it to rotate, you know, the elbow off. So I'd recommend that if you're doing this, you get the piece all cut the proper size, and then lay it flat and maybe do a chalk line from one end to the other. You know, maybe put a notch on each side and just put a chalk line. What I did is I placed the buckets in their place, and then I went by with a pencil and marked where they're going to go, and then I tried my best to get them centered, and I think I did pretty damn good job. So, but it would probably get easier if it's flat. I also put this in. This is not glued anyway, and it's surprising it's not leaking right here, because I really don't want to glue this in if I don't have to, but I'm probably going to glue this piece right here, because I'm going to have this as a compression fitting that I can remove when I'm ready to extend it down to the other beds, and then I can just move this cap piece down to the next section. I got another coupling piece. So it is basically running now. I went ahead and put the tubes on the buckets I had in the drain and left the cap on the other side, and it seems to do well, so I'm saving all the caps there in case I need to cap anything off. Did the tube and added a little valve there, and see the little squirt? That's more than enough, if not more than needed, and it fills up the bucket, and when it gets to that level, it drains out the pipe. And I got this barely on here. This valve is barely on, and this valve is barely on. And we'll see how it affects my tank flow. So you gotta balance everything out. So that's what it's like with half of the top row running. And I might even decrease the flow to them a little bit, because they don't need that much. Just need to trickle it in there. So checking here again real quick. Haven't really picked up, well, I picked up a few new particles there, but it's flowing nicely. I'm not going to open that one. I think I got the valve, it's barely a quarter turn right now going to the fish tanks. Still haven't put this one on down there. I didn't feel like it for some reason. But yeah, and I still got to cut those corners off because I don't want them dripping in the water. I did try something. I saw on a video on a YouTube channel, Larry something. Seems to be pretty popular out there in the aquaponics world, but I tried to do a siphon skimmer here. But what you need to do is you have to have the water level over this, so it creates more of a full flow with no air in the top of here, and that would create a siphon here to suck off stuff off the top to go in there. And if it ever goes down, you know, the water level goes down, it'll break the siphon, so you won't drain your tank. So I might play with that later. I got parts for both fish tanks, so I might play with that later. I mean, I have to increase the flow a little more to get the level up and over. And again, it's to be a balance of everything. So we'll see what happens. I really don't need it, but it would increase the flow out of the fish tanks and through the filters. And I don't think I'm going to need it, but we'll see. You know, once I get all the other beds up, we'll see how the pump handles everything. And if I can increase the flow here, I will. When I said I wasn't happy with the flow before, I got to remember I'm coming out of an inch pipe here. And that's about 60-70% full coming out. A lot of the videos I've been watching and what I compared to, and I shouldn't compare, they were coming out with a 3/4 inch or even a 1/2 inch in the Venturi line. So it made it the illusion of a much stronger flow. So, and I'm getting bubbles there. I don't know if I'm going to put a Venturi here or not because they're noisy. And again, there's our bedroom window, and I can already hear the sump drain. So we'll see after I get the compressor up and the air stones in, if that's enough. Maybe I'll put in Venturi as a backup. I don't know. And see if, the main thing is to have air in here and air in there. So, and if this gets to be too noisy, I might just pipe them down so they're below the water line. So we don't hear that, but that does add a lot of oxygen to the water too. And so far, I haven't ran it at night. I think I might run it tonight. Put the plug in a little plastic box, and yeah, and see how it goes. My in-laws came over and they said, hi, in-laws, mom and dad. They thought it was a tranquil sound to sleep to. So I don't know, maybe it is. I'm going to try it out, see. So that's it for the build for today. Now, unfortunately, I might have to, tomorrow and Sunday, pop off of this for a little bit because, you know, I've been checking the weather forecast for the 10-day forecast ahead, and it kept on saying no rain, no rain. Well, I heard something on the radio today, so I checked the forecast, and it said we have 2 storms coming up next week. One on Monday, and then one on Wednesday. So the next couple days, I'm going to be working here, leveling that off a little bit more, and putting the first tank down for the rain collection system. Boink. And I'll probably go tomorrow after my swamp meat sourcing run to the irrigation supply, because they sell the 3 and 4 inch Schedule 40 pipe, which is more food safe. And then I'm going to build my against the wall here first flow filters to get the crud off the roof into the first tank. I'm not going to worry about piping it yet until I start getting more of this down, but I do want to clear some of this away because I want to put in an overflow on the sump tank here. Pretty high, but it's going to come out of here down, probably go down to 45, and then run even on the ground, because this is going to be all covered with ground cover. And I want it to go along the house here. And let's go over here. When I first got the house, I put in this concrete pad here, and I'll probably drill through the fence here. And oh, there it is. That pipe right there runs to where that drain is, and then it runs out to the front of our wall into the street. So I want to pipe the overflow down here so it gets into that pipe and not flooding by the house. So those are the 2 things for this weekend before it starts to rain. And if I have time, I will pipe in overflows on the fish tank. I haven't quite decided how, but I think it's just gonna pop out here, probably right in here, so I can go up and then just above where the water's level out now, and same thing over here, and then I'll come out around and follow the drain line to over to the sump. So, and I haven't decided if I'm going to do that 3/4 or 1 inch yet. So, and I'll probably get a tarp to cover at least the fish tank, because I don't want to collect a lot of rainwater yet. So, and then whatever time's left over, I'll jump back on here. I'm going to probably get the hydraulic like I mentioned, and get everything cleaned up, put the micromedia in there, put the air stones in there, release in there, and start the thing cycling. I don't know if I'm going to throw ammonia in there or throw a bunch of feeder goldfish. Haven't decided yet. So anyway, there we go. So you might not see an update on this clip for, I don't know, a couple days, but I'll do a separate video on the rain collection system. Alright guys, see you next clip. Hey everybody, it's Sunday, the 12th? Or 11th, February 11th. Getting ready to clean up here. I did get out and work today. I know I couldn't take a day off. This morning I went sourcing at the flea market, swamp meat. Picked up some supplies at Lowe's. Homer didn't have what I wanted. Started the jacuzzi drain. Almost done. And then with the rain coming, see the clouds. It's getting windy and cooling off. It's supposed to start raining after 11 p.m. tonight. Gonna leave the rain collection bypass open until I get up in the morning, and then I will close it and start collecting whatever rain we get tomorrow and Wednesday. So I've worked on lids, covers. This is the fish tank one. I left it slotted, I guess you can call it. I haven't put the hinges on yet. And I did that because I want the air tank to, the fish tank to have a little more airflow over there. What I'll probably do is screw on the bottom or staple on the bottom some shade cloth. Get so the sun doesn't penetrate through there as much, but still gives them airflow. And this is heavy, so I'm debating I might take it off and skill saw it right down the middle and make it 2 hinged covers for the one for each tank. Haven't decided on that yet. We'll see. And then I might make some type of contraption to, once those get stabilized better, and hook it up. Some tank I went ahead and made it flush, no slots, not as heavy. I still have to put the hinges on it. Oh. So it will keep it all debris out of there, bugs, critters, and all that. And I'm debating on, I saw in a video somebody made a dosing thingy here with a spout coming up, going into the bucket, and the bucket had a drain in it, of course, so it would slowly dose your system with whatever you're doing, pH up or down, or iron or whatever. So I think I might build one of those in. But yeah, I'm gonna paint this, but not today. Probably wait till after the storm and let it dry out. I'm probably gonna go ahead and cover this with plastic tonight, and that with plastic, I don't have an overflow on these yet, so I don't want it to overflow during the rainstorm. So I'll probably just throw plastic over the top of it for now, and then the buckets, I hope it won't fill up the buckets and everything too much, but it probably will. I'll check in the morning. And yeah, I'll get the overflow put in here tomorrow or Tuesday when it stops raining. I'll just put an overflow and just have it go over here for now, or yeah, just go somewhere before I get it all piped over there, because this is the one that's going to overflow first because of the buckets. So that's it for today. I'm going to go in and finish shipping for the weekend. I have a medical test in the morning, so really early in the morning, so I won't be able to do shipping in the morning. So I want to get the majority of it done tonight, and I'll clean up my mess and get the plastic out and cover these things up for the night. All right, we'll see you later after the storm and see how it handles it. Later. Hey peeps, it's Monday, just afternoon, and yeah, it's still cloudy and cold, but we got no rain. I mean, a few places got a sprinkle, we got a light dusting, but nothing to write home about. Not even a flow out of the rain gutters to the system, so kind of disappointment, but it is what it is. I know you can see it's a little wet there. I did cover up with plastic, and there's little drops, but because I didn't want to get this all wet and filled with water yet. So yeah, here's a one that didn't have any water in it, and you can see, yeah, no noticeable rainfall. So I had a doctor's appointment this morning, some tests, and then I did my shipping, and then I went around to the hydroponic store and I got a bunch of hydrautin. And then I went to Home Depot and got a bunch of lava rock, and I got some other stuff. I got some more little cement bins. And then I also found this. This was actually at Lowe's. And this is going to be my cabinet with all my electrical in it. And it's big enough, you know, I can put other things in there like test kit, and it's lockable. So I thought that'd be pretty good. I might have to put a little bit of a gasket or a foam around the door to get it more rain tight and in the crack down the middle of the doors, but otherwise it looked pretty sealed. I can run silicone in the cracks, seal it up, and I'm gonna put that over here. I mean, it'd be nice to put it right here, but I don't think my pump cord will reach that far. So I can put it right there too, but I don't want to interfere with that. So it's gonna go either right here against the pipe, or I was trying to think of a way I can drill it to this post, even though the post isn't too stable yet. I can stable that a little more, get it up and more, you know, right here. The only problem is if I have to add another filter, it'd be in the way. So it's either going to be somewhere here or somewhere here. If, let's see, I mean, I really don't want to just drag it across, so it would probably work here, but like I said, it'd be kind of in the way of draining. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Maybe I'll put it there temporary. It comes with legs, and then I'll figure out where it can go, or I'll just put it there temporarily. But an electrical box would have cost me, the screw cover can was only 12 by 12 by 6, and it would have cost me $35. And if I got a hinged one, it would have cost around 60 bucks or more, and that's what this costs, 60 bucks. And I can put a lot more stuff in there. I can put more than one air pump in there if I need to. So yeah, that was a pretty good deal. I got more supplies too. Here's the outlet that's going to go in there. Whoop, get the camera on there for you. And I got the materials to add hose to the inside of my sunroom, because we're cleaning out the hot tub right now, and I got filling it tonight. And drilling holes in this bucket so I can rinse off the hydroton lava rock, but my battery there died, so I'm waiting for the battery to charge. More air tube and water tube, and I got some hydro starter solution for seeds, so I'm going to start seeding some of my stuff here this week. And Home Depot and Lowe's is actually starting to bring in their, what do you call them, seedlings or starts in. Their tomato starts, their zucchini starts, so I'll probably pick some of those up this week too. And I got a couple plugs. These are usually used for net pots, to hold your plant steady in the net pots, but I'm gonna put them in the bottom of that thing around the cords that come in. Gonna have one for a cord in, one for a cord out. I can put both cords in and out under one, and then one for air hoses to come out. So they'll come out the bottom. So it'll be really tight. So I'm gonna get to work. I'm probably gonna be working indoors a lot today. I don't want to bring out the saw in case we do get a downpour. They said chance of showers between now and Wednesday, and yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. But I will get some of the hydroton lava rocks rinsed off and start filling these buckets. And so right after the rain chance stops, I'm going to be painting the lids and starting the cycling process. The hydro store said that I can take a bucket in and take a bucket out of their aquaponics system and use that as a jump start. So, and I'm soaking the filter for the hot tub. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside for a little bit while my battery charges, and then I'll show you a little bit done later on today. Talk to you later. Here I am rinsing off the hydroton. Get all the dust off. Freezing my hands. Hands are burning so much the finger recognition of my iPhone won't recognize my thumbnail. I did do one bag of lava rocks. Two things. It turned out to be a mixed blend, and I read somewhere that black lava is not the best. So I only did 3 buckets with the one bag of lava rocks. Toss the rest there. I might return the other 2 and just say screw it, do it all hydroton. That's what I'm going through now and see how many buckets. I should probably start with a fresh bucket. But see how much I can fill up with one bag. I mean, it's not that expensive. It's about $29 per 50-liter bag. And I get a discount for a veteran there. So it comes about like $25 a bag or so for me. So I might just go straight all hydroton. You know, it's easier to deal with. I know the hydroton's going to be pH neutral for the lava rock. I know the red is. I'm not sure about the black, and we got brown in there too. So yeah, I just rigged this up. Drilled holes in the bucket. Got an old pot. It was broken anyway. The UV light's breaking it. Drilled a hole in the bottom for my little sump hole, which I need to make bigger. And so yeah, I'm gonna continue on with this for a while until I'm too cold, and then I'll go inside or do something else. I'm like that. I bounce around. My hands are so cold. I keep pressing the start button and it didn't start, so I press again and go stop and Anyway, 3 bags of Hydroton, and I didn't get all 15 filled up. I didn't even fill them up to the top. Just there. You figure 1 bag, 50 liters, is 13 point something gallons. Each one of these buckets is 4 gallons. So you're only going to get 3 buckets plus filled per bag. You know, so that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 bags. So I underestimated how much it would fill. So I'm still going to go all Hydroton. Just going to go pick up a couple more bags tomorrow to finish these off, and then probably get 4 or 5. I need to fix this. And you'll see why I was missing a 2-inch cap. So I took it off of here, and so it's draining a little bit. I got to raise that up so it doesn't drain out overnight because I'm leaving it on now. But I had to take the 2-inch cap off of that, and you'll see why. Damn helicopters. And a little side note, I had an issue here today. You see all that water? When I turned everything on, it all of a sudden started flowing out here, and I got freaked out that I had a leak somewhere. And then I slid the cover off, and what had happened is, remember I talked about this little contraption, siphon skimmer thing? I left it on, and some reason, physics magic, having that on when the system started up, it prevented it from draining. So it just overflowed. Oops, so I took that off, and I'm dropping that project. So I'm gonna let's close this up, and I'm gonna put the plastic back over it because it still might rain tonight, and I still don't want it to fill up. So I put in my control cabinet here for now, and I siliconed all the creases, even though I don't think it'll matter. In the back, I siliconed the we recommend you screw to the wall holes. They're there. I silicone where the shelf brackets go in, and so it's pretty tight except for the front here. And I drilled holes in the bottom, and I gotta pipe this in still. Put this here. These are the, like I showed you, the net pots plugs to hold the plants. They make great for covering the holes, keeping critters out, a little rain tight. This thing even gives you little plugs for the holes you're not going to put shelves in. Here's a shelf bracket, and then they give you these plugs for where you're not going to have shelves in. So that was cool. I silicone those up. So I'm going to get some, you know, sticky tape backed foam to go all around the edges here and then up here. And then I got to figure out if I have to put a piece of plastic or something to put an edge there, so when it shuts, it's rain tight there too. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. Just going to push that back. I don't like this plug. You know, I just barely jimmied the outlet, and it kept shutting on and off. So anyway, and I got to get the other shelf in and drill holes for it. I suspended my hair pump, aka Bob's method there, because yeah, it makes quite a racket, but it's nice and quiet like that. Now the thing is, I don't know if that's going to be enough. I might have to get another pump or a bigger pump or another bigger pump, because it's only plugged in right now. I got the air hose coming in here through the top because the water level is so high, and the lid has a lid there, so I can drill in. But that way I can disconnect it here if I need to, not have to feed the lid through. But yeah, I got all my media in there, but it's not bubbling like I expected it to. Maybe speed because I don't have enough. I don't know. any of you guys out there know, leave a comment or send me a message and let me know. Do I got the water too high or what? I just don't have enough media in there to fill it up. And the water's cold. I did measure it with the pH pen, and it's 63 degrees, so I got to see a way to get it up in conditions like this. pH is 8.8 right now, and so I have to find a way to... I never realized it'd be that high. I think I'm going to take the reading of my spa water that's filling up right now and compare it, because I don't remember my spa being that high. I don't remember my hydroponics being that high before. Maybe that's what my tap water is. I don't know. I never measured it right at the tap. So, yeah, I just expected it to flow a little more. I mean, do I not have enough air? I mean, that can be a consideration. I got an air stone down here. Got 2 hands here. I mean, even if I put it right there, maybe that's just not enough. Maybe I just need a much bigger pump, or maybe I need to put a Venturi into there. That could be a solution. Maybe that just works better. Maybe the air stone's just not enough to really get it going. So, but I don't know. We'll wait before I start plugging more holes and cutting up my pipe. I'll get some more media, and we'll see. The water in here is not that bad. I'm just cold. I just got through cleaning the filter in my spa. So we're going to start letting that run. Here's why I had to grab the 2-inch cap. Stupid me. I grabbed the bags of media, and I cut a bag open and started throwing in, and then it all started flowing through here. I forgot to put this piece on, and apparently I didn't have another cap to take care of that. So yeah, so I had a panic moment. I called for my daughter because I had another one of these bags, but it was over there, and I was holding my hand over there so it wouldn't go any further. So she brought me the other bag. I put the bag over it, went and drilled out the cap, and then yeah, came and replaced the cap in there. So I think it'd bubble if I just get more media. There's only 3 gallons of media here, so I don't know. Bob, help me. So I'm still sick over here. Maybe I have to have a Venturi here. Maybe the air bubbles is just not enough. The stone, which disappoints me. The cover won't go on now. I'll figure out what I did in a minute. Anyway, I'm freezing my butt off, so I'm going to put the plastic over this, clean up, and get in the house. And we'll see what happens this week. Alright, that's it for this clip, and that's just it for this video. I'm going to edit and post it tonight. So, guys, take care, be happy, and if you're into this stuff, I hope your gardens are growing well. And I'll talk to you guys next time.